Hello, it is Dibsy, and today we're gonna dive deep into the new dungeon that just released, and I made a little guide to help out. Now, at the beginning, there's gonna be an entrance, and there's gonna be 3 lanes, and I'm gonna show you what to do. The first thing you want to do is you're gonna go to the middle of the entrance, and we're gonna look at this cool cutscene. Like, I really do like the aesthetics of this place. There's a nice tank there for God knows what reason. No idea what that does. I do like the scenery here, though. And we're just slowly zooming in, checking the place out. I didn't want to skip this because I was doing a Sherpa for my friend Stars, so I wanted him to see everything. We're showing everything. Now, once you're in, you're gonna just go zoomies to the very back, straight ahead of you, and that's gonna be what we call, or what I call, the entrance. And then from there, you're gonna kill 2 knights, and you're gonna notice there's 3 lanes up here. Each of these 3 lanes is going to correspond to a different path that you can take or have to take while you're hunting. And if you remember Season of the Hunt, there is the Wrathborn Trail again. They do have Wrathborn Trails in here, which is kind of gives you an indication of where you need to go. After you kill the 2 knights, we're going to be looking for an ogre. He will spawn middle, left, or right. We're just waiting for this bad boy to spawn, and it looks like he spawns left. So we take out the Agre, we go forward, and you can see on the ground there is the little green stuff. That is what I was talking about, referring to the Wrathborn hunts. It gives you a general direction. It doesn't go all the way. So you'll follow this up, and you'll notice that there is a symbol right above. Now, this symbol will be the same at all 3 places. You're going to do this 3 times to get 1 totem. So we're going to kill all the guys and all the ads here, and it's going to give us the trail again. And when we go to the second location, you're going to notice it's the same emblem. It's a spider looking one. We're going to go forward, and you see the spider emblem pop up again. This is where we need to be. We're going to kill all the ads. On the third one, on the third hunt, there is going to be a Lightborn hive. You're going to kill the hive, and when you crush their ghost, it's going to give you a buff that you have to take back to the middle. So you can see us following, and then we keep going forward, and you see the emblem, so you know you're on the right path here. Not the emblem, but the little symbol there above. So once again, this third one is going to be the most dangerous, just because it's going to have an acolyte, a wizard, or a knight. And if they pop their super, they're very painful. I will say, when I was running this, deterministic chaos melted through these guys. And you see here, I am squashing the ghost, and I'm gonna immediately start heading back mid. I'm gonna get bumped into by booms. Now, once we go back mid, there is an enemy you have to kill to get deep sight buff. If you played through the Witch Queen campaign, you'll remember deep sight. It is back in this dungeon. So resumes back mid. We make it back mid. We're gonna start killing the ads. There is a wizard over there. I'm gonna go ahead and just dunk my Nova just to kill her. And wherever the wizard dies is where the deep sight reveal will be. You can see it's right there. We're grabbing it. We got the buff. Anyone can grab it, and it reveals the symbols to us. Remember, we killed all the spider ones? So it's right here. That is the correct totem. Now, you're going to want to do this 4 times. It's going to take 4 of these. And that is going to complete this particular encounter. I'm going to go ahead, and I made a really lame but beautiful map in paint, just to give an idea of like the pathing during the hunts here. I just wanted to show that for everyone. And you can see here we're depositing our last and final, and we get the chest. And then here in a second, it's going to show the map I made. It is quite lovely. I'm excited to share with everyone. Look how beautiful that is. You can see the entrance. That's not exactly every single location, but just to give you an idea, there is basically, think of it as dividing into lanes. So you have 3 lanes that you're gonna have to go through on each of those. Starting with the ogre every time in the middle. All right, and then once you get through there, you're gonna just drop straight down. Not like how I did. I just died there. But you go through the entrance, you go through the tunnel or the hallways. You get all the way down, you just jump to the bottom. And once you get to the bottom here, you're gonna notice a hole in the wall. You wanna jump through that and go to the right into one of the tubes. So you go down the little tube here, and you just follow the pathing. There is a point, and you just drop down. You just drop way down. There are ghosts and stuff around, but I haven't found them all, so I didn't want to make a guide on just half of the ghost. But we just keep dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, waiting for stars to drop down. Everybody's going downtown. You can see here now we're all grouped up. We go down once again. We're going into the deep. So we all drop down and keep following this pathing. Now, I am going to fast forward some of this here up ahead. Just like at the same time, I want people to know or feel comfortable like knowing where they're going. In the room ahead, there's also ads, by the way. So we kill all the yellow bars, kill all the ads. It's going to open up a gate that goes down below into the water, or the methane sea rather. So you're going to drop down into the methane sea. But yeah, mainly this part, like there's only 3 sections of the actual dungeon. This area is just, there's a lot of footwork between the first encounter and second encounter. There's a lot of traveling, and it's a very long section. It's a very long stretch of road here. And of course there are ghosts scattered around here. Once again, I don't know if I'll make a guide for that or not. I just didn't want to put a guide out that's half-assed. So we'll just keep dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, and you go into the water. Now the water itself, what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be looking for the air bubbles. You want to be with your team, by the way, for the air bubbles. You'll see that we all gather up. If someone grabs it and you're out of range, you do not get the air bubble. So we all have to get within range. We grab the air bubble, all 3 of us will receive it. And then we keep dropping down. This is where I fast forward it. Basically, if you cannot go through the middle in this section, when you're dropping down, you want to jump off a ledge on the left or right. And you'll see that shortly. There's nowhere to go mid. So you see air bubbles on the edges here. That's when we drop down. And we just, you can see we're trying to guide and help stars here learn the dungeon. And then once you drop down, it's going to happen 2 or 3 times where you see those little fans that push you up into the water. You go up into a room with no water. It takes you through a tube. You go through another room filled with methane. Go through the methane sea again. And then you're going to jump off a ledge. It's just going to rinse and repeat here. Pretty common. Right here, you can see that there's going to be some areas where we want to grab bubbles and go around outside. There will be a ghost here. Like this ghost is hard to miss, but basically if you are looking for the ghost in the methane sea, the best I can say is they're going to be scattered around. If you see air bubbles in the methane sea, it's most likely an area intended for you to explore. As long as there's bubbles there, they do respawn, so you can kind of poke around. You can see us making progress through the floor. Jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in. Lots of run in here. Like this section is super long. You can see me. I did leave some footage in here. There's a ghost right behind you as you drop down to this section. And we're going to be grabbing more bubbles. Remember, you got to stay with your teammates just so like everyone has the pressure. Now here on that left top door, that left one, that is where the bonus chest is, but I go in through the bottom to clear the ads. We're going to clear all of the ads first, and we're just going to wipe them out. But there's a chest above us to the left, and I will show you exactly where it is here after we wipe all the ads. And I just want to point out my potato aim. You can see Stars going in there like a real trooper. He's like the guy from the movie Predator. If you've ever seen that, he ain't got time to bleed. He just mowed him down with his LMG. Just left, right, no mercy. And right now, yep, look at that. I touch his ball. I threw his ball. I just like touching Stars' balls though. So, you know, that's how that goes. We're going to run up, shotgun these guys. And that was my sweet commentary of that gameplay. Now Booms is on the chest. I am a derp, so I can't jump up. You can see Stars made it up because he's an amazing jumper. But since I'm a derpy warlock, I'm gonna go around here. And then the bonus chest will be right in front of us. And you can actually make it there before even in going to engagement, because there's a door there if you can land that spot. It's right above the main door. All right, and we're going to just keep rolling along here. Now, this is the entrance to the second encounter. I wanted to show this. It is a little confusing under here, just to get oriented. There is a map, though. And there is the map. I'm going to go ahead and post these online with my derpy ones. And then this professional one, whoever made this, bless your soul. So you're going to have access to these. It shows the symbols on the right as well. That'll be important. And I'll explain what that is all about here in a second. But you want to go work yourself towards the back of the room in the middle. There's going to be a fan here that pushes you up into the next encounter. So for this encounter, you want to go back to this side of the room. You're going to see there's a rally here. And then basically, oh yeah, sword is really good here, by the way. I messed up. I rallied before grabbing or before switching to sword. Lament absolutely dunks on this boss. Swords are very good. So we start the encounter, and to start the encounter, you're going to see, or you're going to notice there's 3 knights, left, right, and middle. Each of these knights have to die, and what's going to happen is they're going to spawn an ogre. Now, once that ogre spawns, you're going to kill that ogre, and you're going to go back towards the rally flag, and there's going to be a deep sight. And you're going to grab that deep sight, and we're going to see what we need to do. So you can see here, here's the ogre spawning. We go ahead and wipe him off the map. He doesn't exist anymore. Now we're going to go back down. We're going to grab that deep sight, and we're going to see the symbols. You're going to see symbols on the left and right of you. So you can see we got French fries. I got hermit crab with 3 dots. Everyone has their own call outs for these. There's official call outs, but like no one ever, I don't know. I guess no one ever does them. Bungie did release official call outs for these, but you drop down and you're going to go underwater while the boss is chasing you, mind you. That you have to, there's also bubbles, so don't worry. You can actually stay down here quite a while. But we're going to be looking for these totems. And once you get all 3 symbols underwater, each corresponding symbol is going to spawn a wizard in. You have to kill each wizard and crush their ghost. And when you crush their ghost, it's going to give you a buff, and you have to put the buff in one of the statues. There's 3 statues on the stairs, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 in the very back of the room. Once you get all 3 of those deposited, you're going to dunk on a knight that spawns back by rally flag. And once he's dead, you can damage the boss. Now you can see here, we got a couple wells down, and we're just dunking on him with swords. And then you just rinse and repeat. You kill the knights, kill the ogre, get the deep sight, see what symbols you need. Go underwater, activate those 3 symbols, come back up, kill the 3 wizards, crush their ghost, and deposit those ghosts. And you just rinse and repeat that until the boss is dead. And you can see here as well, I run out of ammo. I was doing pretty well with shotgun, honestly. But this boss is not too bad. The main boss has as much health as a raid boss, I think, which is pretty insane. But once you're finished with this encounter, it's not too bad. You're almost there to the 3rd encounter. And you can see here, we're going to be finishing up, and the loot will spawn. Get your sweet, sweet loot. And this is the statues. These are the statues I was talking about at the very back of the room. You can see me walking around showing those off. So after you crush the ghost for the wizards, you have to just drop that essence off in the ghost, or in the statues. And then we go back underwater. It's going to be to the back left of where you're facing. You can go up through here. It was a little tricky finding this at first, and you just go up here, and this will be the next path you take. Then after the 2nd encounter, you just work yourself through the ship. There will be some adds that you do need to kill. I went ahead and cut straight to the boss fight here. Now to activate the boss fight, you're going to crush this ghost. And the main thing here, you're going to be looking for a buff. This room is a little tough to survive in. You can see from the rip, the necromancer is going to just send a ton of butterflies after you, like a ton of moths. The guardian seeking missiles. You can see here, this is what we're looking for in this room, is a deep sight booth. What this is going to do is going to show you particular body parts of Crota, 3 at a time, that you need to stand on and kill a knight while in the circle. So you can see we're standing in the circle on head. We're killing the knight. Once the knight's dead, it's going to give us some flavor text if it was successful. And you can see on the bottom left there, it gave us that flavor text. Now, if you played the Witch Queen campaign, it's going to be very similar. You have to match the circle with a symbol. Boom, it gives us the actual symbol that we need to use for the one that we're going to be looking for. So that symbol is active. You do that 3 times on all 3 circles. Now I drew out a map. Once you have all 3 of those rings with all 3 symbols, you're going to go to the portals. There's a portal to the knight, a portal to the wizard, and a portal to the acolyte. Each of these is going to have a corresponding symbol that will match whatever body part is in the main room. And once you have all 3 body parts active on the map after doing the deep sight reveal, you're going to start going into the portals and killing the Lightborn Hive. You can see me going in here. We're going to go to the back. I chose the wizard first, so we're going to be going in here and killing the wizard. Now, you also, as soon as you enter the room, you can see immediately what the symbol matches is. You got to keep this in mind. If you put in the wrong symbol, you die. This one is French fries or whatever you like to call it. And I went ahead and finished off the wizard. We're going to go up here and crush the ghost. As soon as we crush the ghost, we're going to go back outside. You see we have about a minute timer going on here. And now what we have to do is either I grab the deep sight buff or someone else on my team will grab the deep sight buff for me while I go to the corresponding symbol. Once again, it was French fries, so I ignore the chest, I ignore the left foot, and I'm going to go straight for the right knee. That is my French fries. Now, once they activate the deep sight buff, I interact with that little green ball that's there, and I'm just waiting. It looks like Royal's got it. You can see I interact, I drop that off, and I'm off to the next room. You do that all 3 times. The 3rd time's going to be damage phase. And then you just rinse and repeat that over and over until she is dead. Now remember to crush her ghost when she dies, otherwise you'll have an extra damage phase. It's no fun for anyone. I do want to point out the Arbalist will take her shills off in 1 shot. I don't know if that is intentional or not. Overall, I felt like Leviathan was doing the most damage for me. Leviathan's breath. I still have yet to experiment with boss damage on this final boss to figure out exactly what kills her the fastest. I do want to experiment with Divinity and LFRs, but if you have strategies, please let us know in the comments how we can kill her the easiest and quickest. Now that is the guide to the dungeon. Hopefully that helps you out. If you have any questions or you need help with this particular dungeon, let me know and we can run you through. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.